Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, "Who shall I send, and who will go for us?" And I said, "Here I am, send me." Now this is a challenge. Do you want to go, Janelle?
You know, you are so right about that. God has really challenged us all to take up the call of going into all the world and preaching the everlasting gospel in whatever way we can. And it's so interesting that the Adventist Volunteer Service Program provides this avenue and the opportunities for young people, retired people, any member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church between the ages of 18 to 80 to participate in this program.
Wow. And what is the process, the application, the volunteer tools? How are they available? What can you tell us about that?
Well, in that regard, I must say that the volunteer needs to have an open mind. You know, because when you go to a foreign land, no family, friends, customs and traditions different. You know, you need to be able to adapt easily, open. Don't be open-minded. Don't expect to have things as it were in your home country.
So you're going to need some training for that.
You're definitely going to need some training, yes. Now, before we get to the training, I must say that the volunteer should also have love for his fellow man.
Absolutely.
Love is the basis of everything we do as Christians. And so, love for his fellow man, and also mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual preparation.
That sounds very, very interesting.
Yes.
Now, so can couples go? Who can serve?
Yes.
I mean,
that's a good question, because you know, people generally think that volunteering is for like young people, college graduates, but no, that's not it. It's not just for young people. It's for retired people.
Oh, really?
It's for couples who decide they just want a change of rhythm and they just want to leave it all and just serve 1 or 2 years in the mission field.
That is fascinating.
Yes,
I mean, I could possibly go sometime.
But of course, certainly, there's room for everyone. Yes.
Wow, that's very, very interesting. Now, so how does the application process go?
Well, the first part of the process starts with going to the website. And what's the website? It's www.adventistvolunteers.org. And when on the website, you complete an application. And in completing this application, these are the forms that I have in my hand that each volunteer must complete. The first one is the beneficiary information. And this form must be signed by the volunteer. You can take a look at it yourself. It must be signed by the volunteer here, and the date must go there. Right?
Okay. And the beneficiary would be whom? Like the people you're going to serve?
The beneficiary would be the person who will benefit from you being in the mission field if something were to happen to you.
Oh,
say for instance,
so this is like an insurance type of
arrangement.
Oh, very interesting.
So some people may put their mother or their father or a brother, but it's very important to put the name of your beneficiary.
Okay.
If something were to happen to you in the mission field.
All right. So once the beneficiary information is on, what if I wanted to go with my wife, for example?
Excellent question. Now, if your wife is simply accompanying you, then she would have to complete release of liability form, health certificate, and also that information, beneficiary form. But she will not need to complete everything because she would be accompanying you. She would need one reference.
Okay. And if she wanted to serve in a position also, would it be a little bit different, I suppose?
Well, if she wants to serve, she too can apply.
Very good.
She goes to the website, she completes her own account, she opens her account, she completes all the forms, and if you're able to get an opportunity in the same country, better for you.
Okay, so what are the other forms you're mentioning?
Well, apart from the beneficiary form, there's the release of liability.
Okay.
And it's very important that the volunteer signs and also puts the dates to the bottom of it. There is the health certificate as well, and this form must be taken to the volunteer's doctor. The doctor signs and he also puts his stamp of approval, showing whatever medical conditions the volunteer may be suffering from at the present time. Now, why this is important is because when the volunteer is in a foreign land, it is important that the organization that's employing him is aware of his medical status.
Right.
If he has a special condition that they need to be aware of, if they are aware in advance, they can better deal with a situation if it were to occur. So this form is very important to be completed by the doctor of the volunteer.
This is a very thorough process. It's very good.
Yes. Now, and we have too the confidential references. The volunteer must get a reference from their church pastor, also from the university teacher, lecturer, or anyone at the university in which they studied, and it can also come from another professional. So it can be a combination of university professor as well as a professional, but one of the three references must come from the church pastor or first elder of the church.
Okay, so if a person, for example, like me, I've been detached from the university for so long, so it would be like a co-worker or a supervisor or someone in that area.
Yes, a co-worker may sign for you. But I want to mention here that a friend should not complete your reference, neither should family members.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Okay. What if I were a college student, it would be like my mentor at the university or my department director or
that's fine.
Okay, the dean of men, for example.
Dean of men,
all right,
dean of
very
women,
good, very good.
You know?
Yes, very interesting. So what is it you're emphasizing? I understand you're going to celebrate a particular volunteer day.
Yes.
How does that go? I mean, is this giving information in the churches for volunteers, for the people? What is it about? Tell us about it.
That's a very good question, and I'm glad that you asked me, because you know, it's important for us to highlight the work of the volunteers that have served in the past. You know, volunteers risk a lot for the gospel.
I'm sure they do.
They go to parts of the world that we ourselves may not have even dreamed of going, but they do it all for Christ. And so we want to highlight their efforts. We want to, you know, give a special emphasis and attention to their efforts by means of showing videos, you know, activities that they would have completed in the mission field.
And share these with the church.
And with the church, any interested persons in being volunteers. Now, this day of emphasis, which will be May 19th, this Saturday coming.
Okay.
This day of emphasis also provides a platform for future volunteers. On this day, you can see how to apply, the forms necessary, what are the other requirements. You know, this day is a day where everything concerning the Adventist Volunteer Service is highlighted. And so we want to invite persons to tune in, check out the videos, check out the stories.
This is very interesting because right now, as the summer starts in many places, many students or college students may be interested in applying.
You know, that's very true, and that's why we place this day of emphasis in the month of May, because we know that many persons may be wondering, what next?
Right.
I have my degree. You know, what am I going to do? Am I just going to look for a job, a regular job? Can I even find a job in my country?
Right.
And so the Adventist Volunteer Service is an opportunity that the graduate can consider seriously.
Very interesting.
You know, it offers them a stipend. it gives them professional experience, because think about it, a year or two in a foreign land will definitely add to your resume. And so I would encourage any graduate to consider this program seriously.
So what about languages? Is it important to, is it necessary to have a foreign language also?
You know, I would say personally that foreign languages open many doors. And so the more languages a volunteer speaks, the more opportunities the volunteer has at its disposal. And so in this regard, the language that we have seen most needed is, of course, the universal language, English.
I see.
But what we have seen in our territory, Dr. Velez, is that most of us here speak Spanish.
Right.
And so we are encouraging our Spanish-speaking membership to learn English. You know, go to universities within our territory. The English-speaking ones learn English.
Right.
And the English-speaking university students can also go to the Spanish-speaking ones to learn Spanish.
And learn the language, yes.
So it's like, it's you will benefit professionally and especially in the mission field.
Absolutely.
When having a foreign language.
A professor used to say that a person that speaks one language is worth for one. But a person that speaks two is worth for two.
Exactly.
So, because they can double up and do work in two different places.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent.
And then to, you know, speaking the language of the persons you're serving helps you to better connect with the person, better identify with the needs of the person.
Right.
And so I would encourage future volunteers, anyone in our hearing today, to sign up to any language course in your territory, in your country. It will be of great benefit, even if you choose not to serve right now, but it will be of future benefit for you.
And where are there opportunities? Are there opportunities in the Spanish-speaking countries or in the English-speaking countries? Or is the mission field only in the Far East, for example?
That's a very good question, because I know people want to know, where can I go? I
Right.
want to go, but where can I go? Now, we have opportunities right in our very division territory.
Excellent.
In Nicaragua Mission, in Costa Rica, in Mexico, in almost all of our countries, there are opportunities.
Excellent.
And you know, there are opportunities that have not yet even been created. And so this is an appeal to organizations in our territory who may be viewing us at this time to open the doors to receive volunteers.
To create these opportunities.
Yes, they
Yes,
themselves
absolutely.
can create opportunities. And so we encourage you to open your doors to receive volunteers, not only from our territory, but from all parts of the world.
That is excellent. It's really amazing, and I surely hope that many people become interested and get involved in this missionary service, because it seems like it's just fascinating. It's a new way of life. It's a new way of serving that has not been exploited enough, I feel.
You know, I tend to agree with you on that, because it is definitely an exciting way of serving Christ.
Absolutely, yes.
You know, and we can't all be doctors and nurses. We can't all be teachers. But, you know, there is a special call that is there waiting for us.
Okay.
And, you know, the mission field starts at home. How do you deal with your neighbors? How do you deal with people who have no knowledge of Christ? How do you deal with them?
So the mission field could be right in the backyard.
The mission field can be right in your backyard.
Wow.
So let's start
yes.
from the basic steps. Let's start from our homes, and then we branch out.
Excellent.
You know?
Excellent.
So on this day, I would really like to encourage anyone within our hearing to sign up. Visit our website.
Absolutely, because the application is very simple to file in, to fill in. The information you have is just very complete. It's a matter of following the steps you have here.
Yes.
And it's just an excellent opportunity. I think many people aren't aware of this, and as they become aware and as they know about it, I'm sure many people will sign up and start the process, because it is really a fascinating way to serve. It's very, very interesting.
And once the volunteer completes their time of service, they are awarded this special certificate.
Wow.
Showing where they have served, and they also receive this official pin.
Okay.
Right? So this is something that the volunteer can look forward to. This certificate of
It looks like a diploma itself.
Definitely, it's a diploma of volunteerism. Yes.
Right.
And this pin, which will serve you for life.
And the person can wear that with pride,
Yes.
having served in the mission field.
They can be an ambassador for their mission field.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, I'm ready to go.
Well,
what about
thank you. I'm ready to go too.
Yes.
I mean, I wish I was 20 years younger. I'd be a volunteer myself.
But you still can serve, Dr. Velez.
Well, thank you for your time, and I'm sure it's been very enlightening for those watching. And I'm sure there will be many interests arising and many volunteers ready to serve.
Thank you so much for being with us as well today, and we look forward to seeing the names, the interest, and we are here ready to serve anyone who has this passion and desire to go out.
So if you're watching us, be sure to sign up for Adventist Volunteer Service. You will be gratified. You'll enjoy this marvelous experience. I tell you, it is really fascinating, and it's very easy to hook up with these situations and be able to serve, be able to fill in the application. Is very simple. So just go into the website and get it done.
Don't wait any longer.
Get it done.
Opportunities are going by the minutes.
All
So
right.
see you soon, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much for being with us. Have a wonderful day.